Sleep, our necessary reset. Too little sleep over prolonged periods can be detrimental and is associated with increased mortality. A Western perception of good sleep is independent sleep in a dark, quiet location at night with rapid onset sleep at the start of the sleep period. Minimized waking during the night is expected as well. Sleep, defined by the book Sleep, Multipersonal Perspectives, is a natural, periodic state of immobility where an individual is relatively unaware of their environment and unresponsive to external sensory stimuli. Sleep has evolved multiple functions in order to cope with the increasing sophistication of our nervous system and the ever-increasing volume of sensory stimuli. How often have you prioritized or not prioritized sleeping? We cannot cope properly without sleep. Sleep loss results in cognitive impairment, unsatisfactory performance, and can exacerbate the symptoms of other mental and physical disorders. It is important to make clear distinctions between sleep and other states of consciousness. For centuries, it was wrongly assumed that consciousness ceased when sleeping and resumed with waking. From these findings, researchers also learned an important feature of lost sleep or prevented sleep is sleep recovery. Sleep recovery occurs when the body is compensating for lack of rest, proving that when sleep is compromised, one will lose the ability to fight the body's natural mechanics to rest. An autonomic response takes over, causing drowsiness that leads to the impairment of cognition. Functionally, this means that less sleep places an individual at risk of being unable to stay awake. This is a critical safety concern and is a major source of accidents and errors, including motor vehicle accidents. A previous study conducted by the American Journal of Health Promotions found that not only did shorter sleep duration predict drowsy driving, but this persisted in individuals who reported that they felt fully rested. This suggests that the decreased sleep tendency could lead someone to doze off without the individual being able to perceive how tired they truly are. Without sleep, proper functions of cognition and performance suffer. Sleep is better represented as a reorganization of brain activity where consciousness could be considered dulled. In some countries, the acceptability of daytime napping has been diminished. This demonstrates the restriction of daytime sleep and a direct result of globalization and a 24/7 economy. Ancestral sleep patterns have therefore been overridden by artificial light and pressures for productivity in contemporary industrialized cities. Sleeping is no longer fluid and regulated and limited by scheduling constraints. These expectations are not biologically based. In an attempt to force conformity, these expectations result in negative consequences for the well-being of children, adults, and babies. The nervous system recuperation and restoration is another important consideration. Somehow, sleep reverses wake-related changes in brain function that may otherwise cause damage. When one redirects their thinking from sleep as an obligation to a reorganization, committing 7 to 8 hours daily is more palatable and is generally considered the optimal amount of time for human adults. It is between 7 and 8 hours that allows us to benefit most, benefits ranging from alertness, improved mood, sound memory, and good health. Not only attentional lapses and errors are more likely in the context of sleep loss, but an individual is often unaware of these impairments, leading to some potentially unsafe situations. Analysis of covariance revealed higher grades among those with better sleep. Difficulties initiating and maintaining sleep was independently associated with poor school performance for all academic outcomes. The perception and processing of information during encoding and retrieval requires the awake and active state of the brain. In contrast, skill consolidation takes place in the absence of attention and during sleep. In addition, sleep is an important factor in brain function that are imperative for workplace, school, and social interactions. In summary, quality sleep has been increasingly recognized as an important aspect of health. Self-reported sleep difficulties are associated with poor objective markers and academic outcomes, as well as poor self-rated academic proficiency. As students and workers, it's doubly important that sleep take priority to preserve performance, interaction, and overall well-being. Now take a nap, rest well, and enjoy this visual aid of my pups and their sleep.